TV's very own Mr. Magic, Jonathan Ross.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Penn Teller for Us, where magicians must fall the greatest trick masters of the age. To succeed tonight, our acts must outwit two of the greatest magicians of all time. Will you please welcome the majestic Penn Teller. Let's get started. Let's get ready to rumble.
I'm ready for it. Here we go. I hope we figure out a few. Let's see what you got, Jonathan.
You're all sitting comfortably. You're sitting comfortably.
All
Let's
set.
go and meet tonight's first wannabe fooler.
Lee Hathaway.
I'm Lee Hathaway, I'm 34 and I'm a close-up magician from London. I like close-up magic more than any other form of magic because you're right there in front of people. You can see their reaction straight away. It's happening there in front of their face. This is a classic of magic taught to me by my father. Here it is, guys, the famous 3-card trick. Along with the gigs that I do in the evening, I've also got a magic stall up in Covent Garden. Unbelievable, you are magic. And it's kind of become like a hub for magicians to meet from around the world and hang out. Where are you from, Sam? I'm from America. Awesome, Sam. One of the great things about street performing is it really is the school of hard knocks. If the public don't like you or the people watching you don't like you, they can just walk away.
By day, he spends his time in London trying to fool American tourists. Tonight, well, he's here to do pretty much the same thing. Will you please welcome Lee Hathaway?
Thanks very much. Thank you, good evening. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Lee Hathaway. Now, what I've got here is a few decks of playing cards, and I need one of these selected so we can do the trick. So I'll just ask somebody down here, perhaps the gentleman just here, would you please choose one of these decks of cards? That's great, thanks very much, and I'll give you the rest of those. You can check those later, and that's just to prove there's no trick decks or special decks here. This is just a regular, ordinary deck of playing cards. When I have the card selected this evening, I'm going to be doing this without touching the deck. What's more, I'm going to also be doing the whole trick with my back turned to the audience, so I can't see the deck or have any visual clue or clue from the audience as to what the card might be. Now, I mentioned I'll be doing this with my back turned. There's a reason for this, because I've had my back fitted with a very special stomach entering device that feeds the cards directly into my stomach. Oh yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's amazing what you can get done in Thailand these days. Now, the reason for that is because over many years, I have developed a mind-reading stomach. Now, I realise the viewers at home may find the idea of a mind-reading stomach a little difficult to swallow. So, let me explain what's going to happen. Once the cards are inside my stomach, I'm going to be attempting to read the mind of the volunteer who chose the card and regurgitate the card out through my stomach, up through my esophagus, and out through my mouth. Now, if that fails, I do have a contingency plan, but I'm really hoping we're not going to have to go there this evening. It's a little messy, if you get my drift. So I need a volunteer to help me out with this. So we know it's somebody random. Could I ask Penn and Teller, would you mind choosing a member of the audience from over this side? That's great.
Teller's taking it upon himself to do the choosing.
Fantastic. This lovely lady here. Thanks very much, madam. Would you make your way up to the stage? Hi there. Hello, what is your name?
My name's Adele.
Adele, what I'm going to be asking you to do is very simple. In a moment, I'll place the cards here, and I'd like you to cut the deck, OK? And look at the card you cut to, all right? And I'd like you to hold it up, show it to the audience, and make sure the camera there can see it as well, all right? It's simple as that, Adele. And after that, I'm going to be giving you some further instructions, but don't worry, I'll give you those as we go on. Here we go. Adele, would you please cut the deck? Can you hold it up, show the card around to the audience? And now put the cards back. Fantastic. OK, pick them up, give them a quick shuffle, Adele, if you like. That's lovely. And could you please open the stomach entering system on my back, Adele? Adele, would you please just place a few cards into the stomach entering system? Just a few.
Any cards?
Yeah, that's perfect. Just a few cards. OK, yeah, put the rest of the cards in, Adele. That's great. OK, and would you please close the hatch? That's great. OK, I shall now attempt to regurgitate the card, and can I please have a slow hand clap from everybody as we attempt to do this? Here we go. Wait, stop. I think something's gone wrong. I'm really sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. I didn't want to do this. Here we go. Adele, I've got a playing card. Tell me, was your card the 10 of spades?
Yeah.
The 10 of spades, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Adele. Thanks very much.
Well done, Adele. And Lee Hataway, ladies and gentlemen. What a memorable first, Mr. Lee Hataway. Let's give a Lee Hataway. That is it's your own design, it's your own idea, this
Yeah,
is
it's an idea I came up with specifically for the show, yeah.
But when you first came out, I thought, oh, like me, he's been drinking too much.
That too.
That was about 6 months gone, but no, it wasn't that at all. Fellas, are you close to giving us your verdict?
Yeah. So it's a tough one. When we approach you.
Yeah, but I mean, I've got prosthetics.
Yeah, I just want to
to
see if we can approach you.
You're saying you can approach, but don't handle him.
We think. We think these guts are fake. I think the guts are fake. And by the way, when you cut the cards, you gave it away a little bit.
I did what, sorry?
When you cut the card.
Yeah.
When you showed her the deck.
What did you see?
We believe that after you showed the 6 decks over here and had one selected, which was legitimate, we believe you walked up to the stage and you turned your back.
Yes.
When one turns one's back on the audience, it's a really good time to do sneaky stuff, like to, shall we say, ring in a cooler.
Absolutely.
That you brought her up, and that allowed her to...
Okay. There's no coolers rung in. I don't do anything when I turn my back. There's nothing special about the deck of cards. You can check the rest of the decks, and there's no...
You know what? No, but you know, guys, what you're saying is, I need you to be specific, because I think, you know, there are things that are going on where you can say, OK, well, maybe there was something changed there.
Think
but what you don't know and what you haven't arrived at, satisfactorily for me, or indeed for my new best friend, despite the way he looks, is that whole thing about how do you get that card?
If he did not do a deck switch when his back was turned,
he did not.
At the beginning,
he did not.
Then, then you have fooled us.
Did you deliberately try and make it look like you were doing one kind of thing to fool the fellas and then do another?
Absolutely not. I've done absolutely not. I've done that. I mean, that was one of the things I was very aware of when I devised this trick, because it's very easy to come out and do. You know, as you guys know, as magicians, it's very simple to do something and give lots of different put lots of different methods in there. I didn't do that with this. I've been very genuine with this. But when you find, I'm dying to tell you guys.
Lee. You must never tell them. Will you promise us all that?
You're way off. You're so far
way off. You're so way off. I guessed it straight away. Well, maybe I hope so not. Lee is going to Vegas. Lee Hataway, ladies and gentlemen. It's time for our fast break. We've got some more great magic coming up, so please don't go away. To Fool Us, where the best current magicians perform to try and win a spot in Vegas by fooling Penn and Teller. So let's meet our next contender.
Jack Taperell.
My name's Jack Taperell. I'm 14 years old and I live in South Croydon. This is my room. Down here, we've got all my magic books. I'm the only one in my family into magic, and I think they're probably all a bit sick of me trying tricks on them all the time.
It's just really annoying, but sometimes it's okay.
Tonight I'll be performing a mix of magic, the close-up magic, but also taking it off the table and into the mind. But I just love the challenge of seeing if I can fool Penn Teller, and I'm feeling confident that I can.
Like all of our performers this evening, he is hoping to win himself a trip to Vegas, and then he's hoping his headmaster will give him permission to actually go. Will you please welcome Jack Taperell?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name's Jack Taperell, and today I'll be performing some magic in the mind. On these Penn and Teller, if you just both like to come up and say... So today we're going to be performing some mental magic, and you're both going to be choosing a card, both of you. So you wouldn't mind giving the cards a quick cut. Make sure no one sees any cards.
Okay.
So
just a cut.
Just a cut and complete it. Okay. Thank you. So I don't know the positions of any cards. And in a moment, you're actually going to lift the edges of the card up and just look at a single card. And you can remember that card.
Okay.
Just cut once. And once he's done that, we're going to mix the cards up a little bit. And then I'd like you to keep the cards on the table and to take cards from the top and deal through them. And when I say stop, I want you to take the very next card. I want you to place it in the middle of the table. Is that OK? Lovely jubbly. So it's just like to look at the card.
I just pick up, peek, put it back down. No one will know it but me.
Yep.
There it is right there. Good.
Right there. Now, you might want to cut the cards as well, so even if I knew where the card was, I have no idea.
So I cut the cards again?
Yeah, and cut the cards again. Make sure I don't see any faces.
It's so hard to do this fair. I'm so used to cheating that move. It's so hard to do it right. There we go.
I think we all have the feeling. So you find that I have no idea what card you're thinking of or where it is in the pack.
That's
so
correct.
Moved it on. Would you like to start counting down? Now, I want you to think of the card and say it in your mind. Say it over and over again. Start slowly and quietly and just build it up faster and faster and faster. And as you can turn the volume up in your head. Can you lift your chin up?
Yes.
Lift you either had a high card, right? You had a high. You're smiling, giving it away. So try and keep an absolute poker face when we do this. So you had a high card. So I reckon a court card, right? Jack, Queen, King. Jack, Queen, Queen. So you had a queen. You either had a black card or a red card. Black card or red card. Make the colour vivid in your mind. You're having trouble with that, aren't you?
A little bit, yeah. My mind wanders.
It's a black card, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
It's a black card, so a black queen. Now, in the centre of the table, you had a black queen. You either had queen of clubs or queen of spades.
That's correct.
Clubs or spades. Club. I'm going to take a gamble on this and say... Queen of clubs. No. Spades.
That's correct.
You were thinking of the Queen of Spades, and we cut to the card, and I had no idea where that card was, and you dealt down to that card. How bizarre. The Queen of Spades.
Bingo!
Thank you so much.
You come over here with me, you know. Of all the people here, you're the one I want to see going to Vegas, because a 14-year-old boy in Vegas, it will be a life-changing... I recommend the Lucky Lady Saloon, mention my name, all night it's happy hour. Now, where do you normally perform? Where do you actually have experience in front of an audience?
Well, I've been performing at the Magic Circle, and I really enjoy doing that in such a prestigious theatre. And also, I love performing for real people out and about.
As opposed to people at the Magic Circle who are weird magician-y types.
Yeah.
I think we can go over. Let's go over. Okay. We've given them long enough anyway. You take the other side of the chair there. Gentlemen, Jack, that was, I'm sure you'll both agree, an incredibly professional and impressive performance.
And how old are you?
14.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, and I don't mean to say this to embarrass you. I mean this as a compliment. But when I first started, I was a juggler. And when I was a juggler, I would walk out at 14 or 15, and my hands would be trembling like this, and just trying to get through the moves. And I watched you come out, start trembling, and then pull it together and be able to do the moves, and it was really astonishing. The other thing he did, and this is amazing, is were you given the choice to do this with someone in the audience instead of...
Yeah, I was.
You could have done it with anybody here?
I could have done it with anyone here.
And you chose to do it with
I
us?
chose to do it with you.
Okay, you're going to go very, very far. Because I think that if you had picked just about anyone else in the audience who wasn't a professional magician, you would have gotten away with it absolutely, completely. Now, I could tell you that we did, I believe, see every move you did, but only because we knew you were going to do it before you did it. And also, you know that there's a place I could look right now on the stage and on the set that would probably give away part of the trick, and you don't want me to do that, and I don't want to do that. So why don't we just say, you didn't quite fool us, but you fooled everyone else, and I doubt there's anyone at home that even knew. Did a great job. Thank you so much.
That was a great job. Thank you so much. I hope to see you back here sometime. Come back, because I know you can take these guys.
Oh, you can.
Jack Taperell, ladies and gentlemen. Great piece of work. Congratulations. He was tremendous, wasn't he? 14. OK, we're going to have a quick break. Please don't go away. We'll be back real soon. Welcome back to Fool Us, with the chance to perform in Vegas with Penn and Teller on offer to any magician who can come on and fool them. Let's get straight on with meeting our next act.
Laura London.
Hi, I'm Laura London. I'm a magician, and this is my city. I've been doing magic professionally for about 8 to 10 years, but really I've been doing it forever. Never wanted to be the one in the books. I wanted to be the one that was sawing the woman in half. So I thought I'd try my hand at it, and as it turned out, I was pretty good at it. Okay. I think being a female magician, I try and do what the boys do, and other than that, I might get the odd gig or two extra because of it.
As you've just heard, ladies and gentlemen, her name is Laura. She's from London. Please welcome the magician with possibly the least imaginative stage name ever, the fabulously talented Laura London.
My name's Laura London, and like all women living in a big city, I too am looking for that someone special, that someone with a little something extra. Looking for a man with a £20 note? Don't worry, I'm far too kind in a recession to ask this lovely audience, so I took the decision to ask Jonathan Ross. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan Ross.
Hello, Laura. Lovely to meet you.
How are you?
You look fabulous. Doesn't Laura look incredible?
Oh.
Wow, what an outfit.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
glad, because I was going to wear the same thing, so I'm glad you found out.
Did you bring a £20 note?
I did, because I don't normally carry money. I'm like the Queen. I just waft around and rely on the kindness of strangers. But I did. I've got an actual, real-life £20 note right there.
Well, thanks for trusting a magician. How fabulous. Should anything happen to the note, you know, such as this, you can always match the numbers, put it back together, and you'll be fine. You can take it... You look a little worried, Jonathan.
Well,
don't worry. I'll tell you what, you take that as a receipt, and let's get on with the trick. OK, are you ready?
I'm ready. You're burning the most interesting half.
We want to make sure it's all gone, of course, Jonathan. Ah, don't worry. Of course, like all good magicians, I will certainly try my very best to get your money back. But before we do that, we will need a delivery of some sort. Okay. This delivery will be from my glamorous assistant, Frank. He's in a penny. He looks fabulous.
Hello, Frank.
As you can see, Jonathan, we have some fresh lemons delivered, of course.
OK.
Oh. Now, in a moment, I'm going to get you to pick any one of these lemons at random, but remember that the one you do pick will be, of course, the one we will conclude this trick with. So when you are ready, please make your choice. I'm
going to make it so random, I'm not even going to look at what I do. There, this one. Is that OK?
Absolutely fine. Here we go. You don't want to change your mind. You're happy with the mind you got?
I'm happy with...
Oh, good. All right, then we will begin. If I just cut around here, like so. Do you know what we're going to find inside this lemon, Jonathan?
Hopefully some gin.
No, actually, An egg.
I think that deserves... I was so stunned, I was stunned into silence for her.
I'll tell you what, Jonathan, if you don't mind, very carefully taking the egg out of there. Do me a favour, just give it a bit of a shake. Can you hear anything inside there?
No, it sounds like an egg. It's like an egg, like eggy yolky stuff, probably. And
it's probably what is in there, in all honesty.
Yes.
But, of course, it's not just that. It is, of course, also...
It's a walnut.
A walnut, yes. Oh, thank you.
I tell you what,
Don't mind,
Laura,
Jonathan.
I tell you what, I'd love to eat that chicken, wouldn't you, Lacey?
Jonathan, if you don't mind, will you take the walnut out of the egg?
Sure. All right, I've got the eggy
You've
walnut.
got it. Do you know what we're going to find inside there?
Well, by now I'm thinking probably not a walnut.
Well, let's find out.
Okay.
Have you got something I can crack your nut with?
No, my nutcracker's at home. I can call her for you if you want, but she...
As it turns out, I did bring something, you know. Bought my own nutcracker. If you don't mind, place the walnut on there. I don't want to touch him. Very carefully. I want you to just... not from that height.
Oh.
Very good.
Wow.
Can you see anything inside the walnut, Jonathan?
Yes, I can, Laura.
Will you please take it out?
OK.
I would like you to confirm that they are indeed matching. Please read out the last 3 digits of both of the halves.
Here's the piece you left with me. This is the piece you ripped off and gave me earlier. And this is what was inside that walnut. Try and open it up. OK. It's the other... It looks like it's the other half. Yes, it matches. On this one, it's 830. On this one, it's 830. It is the same note. Ladies and gentlemen, Laura London. That was awesome, Laura. I'm going to let Penn and Teller confer to see if they can work out how you did the whole thing. I love the outfit as well. Does doing it in the rubber help? Presumably it means that if the egg does spill on you, you just wipe it clean. I guess that's something.
Well, there's that, and, you know, if all else fails, I'll dazzle you with shine.
Yeah, well, you look very sexy, and it's good to see a lady magician.
Oh, thank you
We
very
haven't
much.
had many on, and I just reassure you, I'm not in on it. I didn't know. I hadn't even seen Laura's act earlier. I wasn't allowed to be here with this one, so I chose that lemon completely at random. So I had no idea. Do you think they'll rumble you?
It's a very, very old trick. It's been around for a very long time, so I think they'll 100% have seen the trick before, but I have got my own take on it. I mean, I use a lot of lemons. Mostly people just use 1 or 2, so, you know, I don't know.
So you think just the sheer quantity of lemons might be enough to fool them? Fellas, are you ready to let us in on whether you know what's going on?
I tell you, you know, the great thing is to see a woman in magic and making things harder by the outfit you're wearing. You can't do the steals at the bottom of the coat like everyone else is doing. You can't fling things up your sleeves or pull them out of your sleeves. It makes everything much more difficult. You are hurt a little tiny bit by the fact that Teller and I have performed that very trick back when we were street performers. So we know the details, but you know what the classic is, we know what the classic is. You added some nice turns, like the fact that Jonathan could have picked any lemon.
Oh, absolutely.
That absolute free choice of the lemon is a really nice touch, and one that we never did. We need you in Vegas. We need more women magicians. We need female magicians all over. We applaud you. It's great. But for that particular trick, because we've done it, you didn't fool us.
That's okay.
It's Laura London, ladies and gentlemen. We have all spent the whole evening trying to fool them, but now it's their turn to fool us. Will you please welcome onto the stage the very best in the business? It is Penn and Teller.
Let's walk it home with a card trick, shall we? We're gonna get someone from the audience here. Yes, ma'am. What's your name, please? Zara, come up here, please. You know how to use a stopwatch, Zara? I'll talk to you. No big deal. The people stopwatch right here. And this is all very important. When I tell you to go, you punch this right button. What I need out of you is a readout every 30 seconds. So at 30 seconds, you go, 30 seconds. 1 minute, you go, 1 minute. 1 minute 30, you go, 1 minute 30, and so on. You'll figure out all the rest of the numbers as they come up. Okay, Zara? We're gonna step right over here. I'm gonna have you stay in this box. I need one more person up here that I'll actually do the trick for. How about you, sir? What's your name, please, sir?
Dan.
Dan? Right up here, please, Dan. So Zara and Dan. Right up here, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Now, Dan, I'm going to be doing a card trick for you. And this card trick is wonderful for the people on TV and for the people sitting up close. But there are human beings sitting very far back for whom this is a stupid and irritating little prop. So, Dan, because those people back there are something to look at while we're doing the card trick, just go over there and just grab that yellow scuba tank and drag it slowly, Dan. Drag it slowly right down to about here, okay? Yeah, rather slowly, Dan. Just drag it right down here. Yeah, right down here, Dan, yeah. A little slower than that, Dan, a little slower. Right down here, Dan, yeah. Over toward me a little bit. Over toward me a little bit, Dan. Yeah, move it right over here, Dan. Beautiful, Dan. Now, like I said, to get the people in the back something to look at while I'm doing the card trick with Dan, Teller will be holding his breath for the entire card trick. I don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. Teller's not holding his breath now. You see by the bubbles coming up and the regulator in his mouth, Teller is breathing relatively comfortably, except that I'm stepping on his I'm sorry, Dan. We haven't done this bit in a while, but now, he's breathing comfortably through this scuba tank here and will not actually stop breathing until I start the card trick proper. Now, Dan, Teller is holding a lock and a key in his hand there. So go over there and just grab that lock from his hand, feed it through the hasp, and lock him securely in his underwater coffin of certain doom. Would you please there, Dan? Yeah, click it into place if you would there, Dan. And then right back to that place, if you would, please. Let me just make sure this is on. Now, Teller is holding the key to this lock, and indeed quite literally to his life in his upstretched left hand, and has sworn on his honor as a gentleman that he will not relinquish that key to these supremely skilled hands. Find the card selected by Dan. Now, for those of you who are interested, the world's record for holding one's breath on purpose is 5 minutes and 35 seconds and is held, like so many records, by the great Harry Houdini. Now, you've heard of people going longer than 5:35, but they're using tricks or they're hyperventilating with pure oxygen. This is being done with normal air. 5 minutes and 35 seconds does not seem particularly long to you. I challenge you to hold your breath along with Teller. Stay in your seats. It's a small tank. When I start this, take a deep breath and then hold it until I find Dan's card. Zara, I've not forgotten you. Stare right at Teller's lips. And the instant that regulator comes out of his mouth, the very moment he can no longer breathe, that's when you punch that right-hand button. Yeah. Now, Dan, if you would please, go over there and grab the hose and pull the regulator and the hose all the way out of the tank. Would you please, Dan? Pull it out there. Pull it out. Go, go. Is it going? Is it going, Zara? It's going good. Take the regulator and the tank and drag it right over there to Nathan Santucci, who's our director of covert activities. Drag it over there. And as soon as you're back over here, Dan, we'll start the trick proper. Dan? As soon as you're, yeah, please. Dan, please. Whatever, yeah. Right here, Dan. Right in the next one. Now, Dan, a lot of the magicians that we see work here and there will start with a deck of cards that's already open. And
30 seconds.
Nicely done, Zara. That'll give you a chance to gimmick it. You can stack them, mark them, corner short them, and do all the other things we do out in Vegas. So as you've seen in these shows, magicians will often, when showing off for one another, start with a sealed deck of playing cards. Now, a lot of times, they slip the bottom of the deck, pull the cards out, gimmick them, slide them back in, and scotch tape it up. But check all of that. Is that shrink wrap all real?
Yep.
It hasn't been broken anyway? Open the shrink wrap, would you please? There's a pull tab on the side, like a pack of smokes.
1 minute.
Nicely done, Zara. Just pull the shrink wrap right off there. Get a hold of the tab there. Just pull the shrink. You maybe just rip it. Yeah, well, Dan, why don't you just do this? Yeah, just use it. But make sure that the seal is okay there, Dan. Is that seal unbroken?
Yeah,
you look through the shrink wrap. Just rip it off. Yeah, don't stab it through the cards, Dan. This is a knife. This is where you, don't stick it into your hand. Yeah. You're a good choice, Dan. And then,
1 minute.
30. Nicely done, Zara. Now pull out all the cards, please. If you turn it over, gravity's your friend. Throw the box on the floor. It's the last thing of the night. Doesn't matter. And there's jokers on the face. Lose them, please. And there's advertising cards in the back. There's maybe one more card. Yeah, lose the advertising cards as well. And now give the cards a thorough shuffle and take your time shuffling, unless you have a shred of human decency anywhere in your soul. You're shuffling the cards. What do we have right now?
2 minutes.
2 minutes, okay. My hands are empty. What you see is very clearly. Dan, look at my hands. I'm going to take the cards from you. I'm not going to change the order. I'm not going to add anything or take anything from the deck. I'm just going to fan them out. Then take any one card. Do not let me see it. Do not. Any one card you like, do not let me see it. I'm going to turn around. When I turn around, Dan, look at the card yourself, memorize it, and then hold the card up. Let the audience see it and also hold it. Yeah, he's showing the card around, Teller.
2 minutes 30.
Nicely done, Zara. And now once you've done that, Dan, take this magic marker here, please. Go back to your spot and then take the tap off and write on the face of the card. That's the side of the card that's different from all the others. The side with the suit and the value and so on. Write your name right across there, across the white spot of the card. Write your name right across there. Once you've written your name across there, put the cap back on the
3
marker.
minutes.
Hand it back to me. Nicely done, Zara. Hand it back to me, please. The marker, not the card, the marker. Hand it back to me, if you would, please, Dan. And now, Dan, go back to your spot and then take the card and show it once again to the audience and to the camera so they get a shot of it. Make sure you remember your card's suit value and has your name on it. I'm going to turn around now. Please conceal the card from me, Dan. I don't want to see it at all. And let's just take it right there. Don't bend it. If you bend a card in the new deck, it's as good as found. And then we will shuffle that.
3:30.
3:30. 3:30, Dan. Let me just give these a shuffle. And another shuffle, and a cut. And Dan, you know your card, is that correct? Now, before now, Dan, I've not asked you your last name. What is your last name, Dan?
Ali.
Ali? Dan Ali. Hold your hand up just like this. Do you have a middle initial you use, Dan?
L.
L. Dan L. Ali. Hands are empty right here. Dan L. Ali.
4 minutes.
Nicely done. D. A. N. L. Ali. A. L. I. Is that correct? A. L. I. right there. Your card with your name on it. Was it the 2 of clubs?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
D. A. N. L. A. L. I. Dan
4
Ali.
minutes 30.
Nicely done. Is that your card?
No.
I don't seem very worried, do I, Dan? Before the show even started, I put a card in my left-hand suit jacket pocket. Make it a little more interesting, Dan. I put this card in a sealed envelope. What does it say on that envelope, Dan?
Noon today.
Noon today, before the show even started. What I'd like you to do, Dan, listen carefully. When I tell you to, rip the top off the envelope, pull the card out. Remember, you have the punchline, I don't. So verify it is indeed your card.
5 minutes.
Nicely done. Write suit, write value, and is your name on it. When you're sure it's your card, loudly, clearly, slowly. Yes, Penn, that's my card. Hold it up. What do we have right now? What do we have?
5 minutes, 9 seconds.
5, go. 5-9, tell them, we're cool. Yo, open it up, loudly, clearly, yes, Penn, that's my card. Loudly, go, yes, Penn, that's my card.
No.
Seriously, do not make a joke. Is that your card?
No.
Is that your card, Dan?
No.
No, does it get your name on it, Dan?
No.
Card trick for you. Teller will be holding his breath for the entire card trick. Teller is holding the key to this lock, and indeed quite literally to his life. He will not relinquish that key to these supremely skilled hands. Find the card selected by Dan. The world's record for holding one's breath on purpose is 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Take any one card. Do not let me see it. Do not. Yeah, he's showing the card around, Teller.
2 minutes 30.
Nicely done, Zara. Your card with your name on it. Was it the 2 of clubs?
No.
It wasn't?
No.
4 minutes 30.
Nicely done. Is that your card?
No.
I don't seem very worried, do I, Dan? Before the show even started, I put a card in my left-hand suit jacket pocket. Make it a little more interesting, Dan, I put this card in a sealed envelope. What does it say on that envelope, Dan?
Noon today.
Noon today, before the show even started. What I'd like you to do, Dan, listen carefully. When I tell you to, rip the top off the envelope, pull the card out. Remember, you have the punchline, I don't. So verify it is indeed your card.
5 minutes.
Nicely done. Write shoot, write value, and is your name on it. When you're sure it's your card, loudly, clearly, slowly. Yes, Penn, that's my card. Hold it up. What are we at right now? What are we at?
5 minutes, 9 seconds.
Go. 5-9, tell them, we're cool. Go, open it up, loudly, clearly, yes, Penn, that's my card. Loudly, go, yes, Penn, that's my card.
No.
Seriously, do not make a joke. Is that your card?
No.
Is that your card, Dan?
No.
No, does it get your name on it, Dan?
No.
That's really not
5 minutes, 30.
Thank you. 5:30?
Yeah.
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi. Congratulations, Teller! You've just broken Houdini's record. You signed and put it in?
Yeah.
Yeah. I palmed off the wrong card is what I did. Yeah, I haven't just told this for a second.
6 minutes.
Tell, I haven't got it. Thank you. I have the other guy. Tell her, give me the key. Tell her, I'm not going to be able to do it. I didn't find. Tell her, give me the key. He's right. We made a promise. We're going to stick to it. We go down. Hold on, Dan. D-A-N-L-A-L-I. A-L-I. How old are you, Dan?
25.
25. 5 and 2 together. That's 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
6
6,
minutes,
7.
30.
Thank you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it a black card or red card? Black or red?
Red.
Red card, red. R-E. It must be on the floor. Check these out. Check them out. Check out did these come down here? Check these cards out. These cards out. Check those over there. I'll check over here. Here, the card, they have the name on it. You remember what the card was? Would you give me a hand? Hand me that card. Give me that card. What are we at? Sarah, what are we at?
6:55.
6:55. Let him out, Dan. Let him out. Dan, grab the key. Look where I'm pointing. Grab the key, Dan. Let him out. The key. Look where I'm pointing. Grab the key. Grab the key. Just undo the lock. No, really, Dan, hurry. Undo the lock and just undo it. He'll just lift the top. He's got air in his lungs. He'll rise to the surface. Jiggle it, Dan. It's a copy. Jiggle it. What are we at, Zara? What are we at?
7:26.
7:26? Yeah, screw it, Dan. He's brain dead. Let me see this. It's an English copy. We get this. No, that's just the wrong key, Dan. Dan, there's a rule in circus. Whenever someone's attempting a dangerous stunt, they themselves are responsible for
8
their
minutes.
Thank you. Are responsible for their own rigging. So the high wire may be set by roustabouts. It's always the walker himself or herself who checks the final turnbuckles. So it was clearly Teller's responsibility to make sure this was the right key. And I don't think there's a court in the world that could blame you, Dan, even though it's recorded on television, you locking him in and taking away his only air supply.
8 minutes, 30.
Thank you. You know, reality television sometimes gets a bad rap for being cheesy, insincere.
9 minutes.
Thank you. But with every new art form, sometimes someone comes along and redefines that art form. A man who is willing to die for a principle he believed in, albeit an insignificant card trick. I would like to dedicate all my future performances to be entitled simply Penn. to the memory of this great man. Let's gaze once again in the
9 minutes
face.
30.
Thank you. Gaze once again in the face of the one true hero of our generation. Ladies and gentlemen, my ex-partner, Teller. And is that your card, Dan? What it is? Is that your card? Is that your card between the hearts? Yes. That's your name on it right there. Thank you so much, Dan. You keep the two over there. Sit over there. Nate, you gotta... Did so much talking and yelling there, I'm just parched. Thank you, Nate. Yeah, thanks, Zeke. Get over here. I don't want to... Jonathan or I could slip or something. That's a hazard, right in there. Yeah, get that. That was amazing, Teller. Let him out. 10 minutes and 31 seconds. You would have loved this, Teller. 10 minutes and 31 seconds before the first person bothered to yell, "Let him out." And that's why we love playing England.